So this was a tutorial on how to take down the Darche 270 Eclipse awning.
When we first got our awning, we were a little stumped on how to put it away so that it fit in the bag without any problems. We watched multiple videos and found the best way that worked for us. We thought we'd share with you what we learned, and you can go from there and see what works best for you. Alright, so with this awning, there's 3 accessory poles and 3 that are actually attached to the awning. Per the manufacturer, they're not necessary to have. You can actually have the awning out without any poles down, but we found that we just feel more comfortable having the poles in place, so if a wind event happens, we've got the extra support. This is one of the accessory ones, so you just twist it and it allows it to come down. So this does not pack in with the awning. They give you a nice carry bag to put it in. So this goes in our truck with us. Make sure you put it on your packing list because we've had trips where we have forgotten to take them along and we wish we had them. Once the accessory poles have been put away, then you have the ones that are actually attached to the awning. There's 3 of them like this. To loosen these ones up, you just twist them also, and then they rotate up. And they pack into the Velcro support that they have right here, and they're all nicely tucked away. Now that the poles have been put away, we can loosen up the awning. So from the front and the back, there's a hook here with a support strap. It's just an easy pinch, and that loosens it right up. And then the other end also has an S. We found it works well to attach it right to this HT that's built into the bar racks. And then the front, same thing. Hook that into the HT. Push the little button. So you could probably find a closer spot to connect it than the far bar rack, but we found that this works well as a clothesline if we don't have any other way to hang our clothes to dry. So once you take the awning straps loose, it just kind of comes around and wants to be put away on its own. We find that this is a good time that if you have any debris from leaves, that type of thing, you can shake them out and get the debris pushed out. But when you go to put it away, you want to put the straps or the poles that come from the right side in first. And then these ones from the left just kind of start coming in also. So you look at that, and it's kind of clumpy in this area. It makes it really hard to wrap it up and put it into the bag. So we found that if you pull on these and get it straightened out, and you really can't do that before this point because of the arms coming in from each side. So now you have a nice part that's got 2 V's in it. So the one thing you want to make sure you remember at this point is to pull the straps out. There have been many times that we forget to pull these out before we start wrapping it up, and it's difficult to get these out once everything's pushed in. And there are 3 of them, so you have all 3 of them kind of hanging over the edge. Then you can start rolling. If you used your walls, these zippers might have gotten moved around throughout the trip. You want to make sure that they're kind of somewhere that's going to get wrapped in the middle so it doesn't become an issue when you're trying to roll everything up. From the multiple videos we watched, this is what worked best. So you take this part that's the underneath one and you roll it up. So now you have basically 1 V instead of the 2 V's. So now that we have the 1 V, you can start rolling from there. Ideally you have 2 people doing this part, but it can be done with 1. And we found that if when you get to about the bottom of the poles, that you actually pull it up versus trying to roll it up all the way.
This is the part where 2 people really makes a difference. That helps.
You're able to cinch that down. There again, you got the strap. And then the third one here. There's not as much fabric here, so it's easy to just kind of roll the extra piece in. And you have it all rolled together. From there, just able to flip the bag over top and zip it up. These bags are not oversized, which is one downfall. It'd be nice if they were just a little bit bigger to give us a little extra space to get the zippers going. To get the zipper going completely, it's helpful sometimes to have an extra person to help move that material around so I can get the zipper closed.
So what we did to get that fabric to fit here is take this portion here with your second person and have them massage the cover down. It sounds kind of weird, but you just kind of roll it down and that creates a little bit of a roll underneath here. It'll make it super easy for your zippers. If you're finding out that those zippers are just a little too tight. But the first person's rolling it down and the second person can pull in the zippers. If you are pulling these zippers and they're not going, you have way too tight a material. The material is not tucked up high enough. You should not, it should be that easy to roll the zipper. If you're pulling it and it feels like this is gonna snap off, it probably is. So stop. The bag is very tight. There's a reason they do a tight bag. They don't want it to be floppy going down the road and that kind of thing.
So like Matt said, having two people and kind of massaging the material definitely helps. But as you're learning how to do this, it may be just the fact that you didn't get the awning rolled up tight enough in the first place. So you may have to play with it a few times until you can really get your technique down. But rolling it up and then having, especially the second person to help kind of push this in the right spot so you have the flexibility to get those zipper moved and closed.
There's several models on the market that are very similar. You'll know if yours looks just like ours. So any other questions, put it down in the description down below. Love to get a discussion going in the comments if you've got any questions or thoughts. And like we always say, make sure you get out and do some camping. Thanks guys, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Don't forget to subscribe so you can win this Jackery.